Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I want to do a hot summer makeup look with the new Chanel Les Beiges collection. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. There's a heat wave. As you know, I have my online beauty consulting service, which is where you get the chance to meet me. It's a one-on-one video chat and you can just pick my brain about any concern you have. So to make the appointment, just go ahead and click the link in the description box down below. Okay, it is hot, it is summer, there's a heat wave. I have some sparkling water in my Chanel No. 5 bottle here. Delicious. It's watermelon flavored. I love anything watermelon, so just adds to the summer vibe. I want to dive into the Les Beiges, which I just recently reviewed, and just create a really practical summer makeup look for almost like a no makeup look, that sort of vibe. I'm going to go ahead and start with some basic skincare, sunscreen, that sort of thing, because in the very, very, very near future, I am going on vacation somewhere warm, somewhere hot. So this is very much a practical makeup look. So I'm starting off with lip care. This is the Guerlain Kiss Kiss Bee Glow. This is the honey one. This is very much like a nude, natural, your lip but better. Now I'm going into my sunscreen. This is from UBeauty. This is the Multimodal Defender. So it's an SPF and also it's a product that helps with discoloration, with sunspots, hyperpigmentation, even some heat-induced freckles. So not only do you get sun protection, but it also actively works if you already have a little bit of sun damage, beauty spots, whatever you want to call them. I am going to keep this light and fresh, but I always go into a sunscreen, and I just realized that I very, very rarely ever show you the sunscreen that I'm using because I always do it off camera. So I thought for today we could just go ahead and do that together. And I do take it under my eyes here. I am prone to milia, which is very annoying. It's those little white balls that just sort of collect around your under eyes. So I'm very sensitive to different sunscreens because certain ones give me milia and then I have to go to the dermatologist to get them removed. It's a whole thing. So this one here is perfectly safe for the delicate under eye area. So the Multimodal Defender, you can use it solely as a moisturizer, but I like to use it over top of my actual moisturizer because I am just extra like that. Now, this is going to be very light, very fresh, especially on the complexion. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Nars Radiance Primer. This does have an SPF in it, which is nice, but if you want something, like if you have oily skin and you want something more mattifying, they also have a mattifying version of this primer here. So very, very shortly, in a matter of days, oh my God, I am going to Portugal. I am so excited. I've never been to Portugal. You know, this is our first big trip to Europe in 2 years, I think. I mean, it's the timeline we've all been living, but my husband and I are going. We're going away we're actually going to be in Portugal for 3 weeks. I am, excited is not the word, ecstatic. I don't know, friends with better vocabularies. What are other words for excited? We will be going to the north of Portugal at first, to Porto. We will have some port. We've already booked a wine tour. We're going to the Douro Valley, the wine valley essentially. I'm going into my Benefit 24-hour brow setter. This is an amazing eyebrow gel. It's clear, it's transparent, and it really locks down your eyebrows because I want to keep this light, and filling in my eyebrows with pencil kind of seems heavy. So just going in with clear brow gel just to sort of keep them in place. But this is sweat-proof, sun-proof. It's really good for summer. So if you have brows that you want to tame, I really recommend this just to keep them in place. I'm very excited, obviously, for Porto. I've never been to Portugal in my whole life. And then we're going down to Lisbon. We're going to do some day trips. We're going to go to Sintra, I believe. And I think we're also going to do a day trip to a beachside town on the west of Lisbon. There's some beautiful seaside towns. Like, I am just looking forward to drinking some white wine on the coast, having some seafood, watching the sunset. That is the vibe. That is the look we're going for today. I have a note here of some Portuguese that I've been practicing. European Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese are very different. It's like French, you know, Quebec French is very different than France French. So luckily I didn't make it too far into my studies before I realized that. But I have a note here of some phrases that hopefully can help me out. Hola, como vai? Hi, how's it going? How are you? Boa noite. I think my pronunciation is really bad. Please help. Sim, it is very bad, yeah. Obrigada. So in Portuguese, they have masculine and feminine, which, I mean, it's like French, but I take it for granted because I learned a lot of that when I was very young, but it's adding like a whole new level of confusion. I've definitely sent some messages and people thought I was a man because I said obrigado. No, I'm a lady. So far, the most essential phrase that I've learned is hola, queria café se faz favor, obrigada. That means hello, I would like a coffee, please and thank you. I need to figure out how to say iced coffee. That would be essential. E tudo? Yes. Sim. It's everything. So that's kind of where I'm at. I have some more notes, but it's mostly just about pronunciation because there's a lot of sh sounds that I don't know where they go and a lot of open vowels. I think oftentimes in Portuguese when there's an O at the end of the word, like as an English speaker, I would say O, but I think it's more of an oo sound. And so I need to try to correct that. But I'm certain with a few words like this, now, no, you know, I think I'd be able to get my order across, which is really the essential because I am very food motivated, and so is my husband. And we've essentially come up with a list, like a Google document of all the food we want to have in Portugal. Because really, what better way to understand a culture and a people than through its food? That's the essential. That's how you get to learn about someone. So this is the base. I'm going in with a powder. This is the Dior Backstage Powder No Powder. This is face and body. This is shade number 3. This is going to be just like a blurring powder. It's just going to unify my skin tone a bit, mattify a little bit, and it's going instead of a tinted moisturizer, and it's just going to offer more of a matte effect. You could go into a tinted moisturizer, but I just want the powder, and it actually does give you a nice level of coverage. So when we're in Porto, one thing we are looking forward to having is something called a francesinha. So in France, they have something called a croque-monsieur, which is a delicious sandwich. It has meat, it has cheese, it's like a cheesy bechamel sauce. It's really great. And then in Porto, they have something called the francesinha, which I believe translates to little French lady. And it's the Portuguese take on a croque-monsieur. And apparently they serve it with like a gravy. How bad is that? Okay, so as you can see, you can get a nice level of coverage with just the powder. Now I'm going into my concealer, my Clé de Peau concealer in the shade Almond. This does actually have a little bit of SPF in it. I think it's an SPF of 25. It's not going to, you know, change the world, but it's nice to just add a little bit more concealer around the under eye area. Now, what else do I have on my list? Pastel de Nata. Pastel is 1, pastèche is 2. So there's plural, there's masculine and feminine. I'm very confused. Realistically, I'm going to have pastèche. What else? Chicken, of course, piri piri chicken. I want to also have caldo verde. It's a green soup. That's the literal translation, but it's like a soup with kale and sausage and potato. It reminds me of the soup that they have in Tuscany. So that sounds really nice. What else? So I saw this photo online. I know that I have viewers who are Portuguese, who live in Portugal. Please help me out. I saw a photo of this. It's called Pyramide de Chocolat. It looks like a little Christmas tree made of chocolate. Is this something that I can get readily available? I mean, this looks great. I mean, it looks like a pyramid of chocolate. What's not to love? So let me know where I can get this. If you are Portuguese, let me know what to eat, what to drink, what to do, what to see. I am all ears. Something that I am looking forward to a lot is something called ginginha. This is a cherry liqueur that is sometimes served in a chocolate cup, or I think sometimes they also serve it with chocolate. Cherry and chocolate sounds wonderful, but it's a liqueur, and I think people have it at the end of the day, and I think that there are bars that literally say like ginginha, and you go there for that. So that's on my list. Arroz de pato. Pato means duck, arroz is rice. Arroz de marisco. I think I mispronounced that, but it's basically a seafood rice. Bifana. Oh, there's something I wanted to ask you. Pastéis de bacalhau. That's like salted cod fritters. But then I also saw bolinhos de bacalhau. Is that the same thing? Because they have a lot of seafood, a lot of fish, a lot of salted cod. And so they do those little cod croquettes, like those little cod fritters that are deep fried. How bad does that sound? Sounds wonderful. So but I've seen those twice, the bolinhos de bacalhau and the pastéis de bacalhau. I don't know if that was a mistake. If there's two kinds, I will taste test all of them for you. Clearly, I will do a vlog of my travels. Of course, can't forget you. So I will in fact be gone for a month. I'm going for 3 weeks, and then, you know, a day or two before, a day or two after, adjusting with jet lag. One thing I am concerned about is I am an early dinner haver, and they do not have dinner early in Portugal. They have dinner at like 10 p.m. I'm not even joking. So I'm gonna have to adapt. I'm going to just have to sleep in later and I don't know, get an ice cream around 4 or 5 p.m. to make me last until 9 or 10, because in winter, I had dinner at like 5:36, and now I'm having dinner around like 6 or 7, but I need to like push it back like 3 hours. Now we are on to Chanel Les Beiges. This is the beautiful new summer collection. It's called like Summer in Grand Style. And they came out with these jumbo maxi size bronzers and highlighters. What's interesting is that there's this weird like décalage, this weird like not everything is available all at once. My friend Angela Van Rose, I will link to her page right away down below, because she picked up a cream bronzer and one of the powder bronzers too, but they have different, not that they have different shades, but here in Canada we have more products from the Les Beiges collection available at the moment. We have the highlighters, and I think we have darker cream bronzers available. So I have the Sunbath Deep bronzer here. This is the Sun-Kissed powder. It's a healthy glow. It's a bronzer essentially. And so I'm going to go ahead and link Angela's channel, because I typically wear a 40 in Chanel foundations, 30, more 40 now, and she wears a 10. So it's good to just see how different products wear on different people, and also we have different tastes. So I think we're going to use these products differently. So I'm just going to dip into this. I'm already damaging it, as you can see. At first I wasn't sure what type of packaging it would be, or you know, the logo here, but it actually looks like the miniatures of the compacts here on the inside. It's very nice. I have a feeling it's going to be very, very hot in Portugal. Maybe not in Porto right away, because we're going there first in the north and it's more northern, but I think Lisbon It's going to be hot. It's already hot here in Montreal. It's a heat wave. So I think we're just going to go into, I mean, we're going to leave Montreal at like 27, 29 and just get there. And it's going to be the exact same. I am using the Refer number 4 brush. All the brushes that I'm using are listed down below in the description box, but I love this one for bronzer because it's just such a perfect shape for sculpting and just gives you the right glow. You know, I'm thinking in Portugal, it could also be nice to do a tile making class because Portuguese history has a lot to do with tiles. I think I'm going to learn about that at a museum, but I've also seen some places where you can go for the afternoon and make your own little tile and take it home with you. For the blush, I'm going into my Dior Backstage Rosy Glow, but this is the shade Coral. It's 004 Coral. I think at some point there was a backlog of this, like it was sold out everywhere, but it's available again, and it's just a really great color for summer. It gives you like a peachy coral glow. It's just very natural and very pretty for this whole look. Now, my Portuguese friends, I have a question. When you're in Italy, you can do aperitivo, which is in the afternoon and you get a cocktail and then you basically have unlimited snacks. In Spain, in Barcelona specifically, you have pinchos, which is where you go to a restaurant and they have all the food on a skewer. And so when you go, you just pick up as many skewers as you want and then you pay by the skewer, depending on your appetite. Now, in Portugal, is there something like this? Is there something like an aperitivo, a pinchos, a tapas? Does Portugal have its own version of this? Please sound off in the comments. All right, now let's go into the second Les Beiges Oversized Compact. This is the Oversized Healthy Glow Highlighting Powder. So I think in Canada, we have the highlighting powder and Italy does not for some reason. And I have the shade Soft Peach. This is a soft peach, but there is a more pink shade available. As I stated with my blush, I like a peach, a coral, that type of color. So that's what I went in here. And as you can see, I'm enjoying my new Les Beiges products. This is a BK Beauty brush. I'm just going to place this here. I love the finish of this highlighter. It is so soft, so fine. It looks like it's the most finely milled highlighting powder. Like if you told me, like if you applied this on my skin and didn't show me the compact, I would almost think it's from like a loose powder because of how soft and how fine it is. It's not going to be blinding. It's not too much. It's really, really soft and lovely. This was a product that I wasn't sure that I wanted at first. It was sort of like a sleeper hit, but I am so glad that I got it. It's so lovely. Now for the lip, I'm going into my Dior Addict lip tint. This is Natural Red Tangerine. It is a beautiful bright orangey red, but this is a lip tint. It's a lip stain. It's going to last all day, but you don't have to wear it very dark. Like you can really wear it as like a lip stain very lightly. So it's just going to add a little bit of color. Just like this, you know, like just like a flush of a little bit of orange. Let's say it's the evening, we're going out for dinner. I would dip in and layer it more just to give you more of this like intense orangey red. But again, this is very much like my makeup for the day out. We're going on a wine tour, we're going on a walking tour. Pardon that. We're going to visit some museums, and it's very, very hot, so I want to look put together and elegant, but not too much. And then over top, I'm going into my lip maximizer from Dior. This is the shade 001. It's like the more nudie, natural shade here, just to zhuzh up my lips a little bit. Now for the fragrance, I have a sample of the Chanel Paris Riviera. I don't think that there's a Paris, Portugal, or Lisbon, or Porto, or whatever. And I keep reminding myself that Portugal is not, I don't think it's technically on the Mediterranean. Like, I don't think the Mediterranean River actually touches Portugal. It's on the Iberian Peninsula. But for some reason, Portugal gives me a Mediterranean vibe. Please correct me if I'm wrong in saying that. But I'm gonna go with Riviera because it gives me hot summer evenings, vacation, that is the vibe. This is very much like a fruity floral perfume. It has a lot of citrus, a lot of neroli, a lot of white flowers, jasmine. So it's very feminine, very fresh. And I think it's just a nice complementary scent on a hot day. And this is my take. This is it. Like, I like the idea of using a face powder instead of a tinted moisturizer. I think there's, you know, a time and a place for both, but I just wanted to show you how versatile the Backstage powder no powder is, because I think we often forget that you can actually use it on its own. And I wanted to showcase the Les Beiges collection again because I just think it's so... I forgot mascara. Oh my goodness. I was looking at myself and I was like, this looks good, but it's missing something. Hold on. Let me get my mascara. This is the Chanel Fossil Longest Lash Mascara. So eyes are light and fresh. The eyebrows are going to stay in place all day. They're not moving. And I'm not going to put on any eyeshadow because I just want something light. And I'm going into the Fossil Longest Lash. This mascara, it took me a long time to really admit how much I love it because it is very pricey, because there is some sort of like eyelash, skincare, hair care, peptide blend in there that actually helps fortify and make your lashes thicker and stronger. So it does have that in there, but it is pricey. I usually just stock up when they have a sale because, you know, as long as you don't open your mascara, it's fine. Okay, so that is the actual finished look. What a difference mascara makes. It really does, like, night and day. Huge difference. So I think for me, just setting the brows with clear gel and mascara, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be a good eye look. And then the face, like, it still feels very light. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel cakey. Like, I can touch my face and nothing, like, you know, it's gonna stay there. So that's gonna be my look in Portugal. I will do a vlog for sure when I get back. I might do a vlog before I leave as well. So sound off in the comments below. What do you think of the new Les Beiges collection? There's some sort of delay with the States. When I'm filming this right now, I don't think it's available yet, but I will post links available as soon as I can, because I know a lot of you are really, really itching to get this release, and I totally understand. It's so beautiful. The highlighter is really not to be missed. Like, I was really surprised with how much I enjoy the highlighter. So make sure to go check out Angela's channel too, just to see the different products that she picked up and just like a different take, because Angela and I are very close, but we have very different tastes, very different styles in makeup. So it would just be interesting for you guys as a viewer, just to see how different products are in different people. And for those of you who love beauty history, unfortunately, there will not be a beauty history for June 1st because I will be somewhere in Portugal, but it'll be back for July 1st. I apologize, but I'm missing 1 out of 12, so it's not that bad. Typically, there's a new beauty history episode the first Friday of the month, but this one just got away from me. I was trying to pre-film before the vacation and life got away from me and I wasn't able to do that. For those of you who are returning subscribers, thank you so much for following me on this journey. And if you happen to be new here, I hope you take the time to subscribe. We talk about nothing but luxury beauty here. Lots of Chanel, obviously, and sometimes the occasional travel vlog whenever I get the chance to. Also, if you feel inspired to, you have no obligation, but if you feel inspired to do so, please feel free to use the thanks button. This is now newly available to me here in Quebec, Canada. This is basically a way for you to give me a tip, essentially. If I've ever inspired you, if I've ever offered you some moment of lightness and brevity and a pause from real life and real world, feel free to send me a little thanks. Hi, it's me from the future. I wanted to give a very special shout out and thank you to Deborah Bertolino and Christina O'Connell for using the thanks button in some of my previous videos. On that note, I think this is all I have for you guys for today. So thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you next time. Bye.